Okay, so today we're going to be graphing parabolas using vertex form. So remember, vertex form is y equals a x minus h squared plus k, where h and k are the vertex, and then x equals h is our axis of symmetry. And then if a is positive, our parabola goes up, and if a is negative, our parabola goes down. I think that's everything. And I also want you to find two ordered pairs. Okay, let's make our graphs accurate. Alright, so let's start with the first one. So first of all, I can see that this is negative, so this is going to go down. And then since this is in vertex form, my vertex is positive 4, 1. It's always the opposite of the sign, whatever it had in the equation, because my equation has a negative in it. Whoops, like that. Okay? And then the axis of symmetry is x equals 4. So I'm going to graph 4, 1, it goes down, so it's going to go through my x-axis. So since it's going to go through my x-axis, I'm going to set my y equal to 0. So we have 0 equals negative x minus 4 squared plus 1, and we are going to solve for x. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to move this 1 to the other side. So we're going to subtract 1 on each side. Now we have negative 1 equals negative x minus 4 squared. Then we need to get rid of the negative in front of the square root because we can't square root a negative. So we're going to divide each side by negative 1. And now we have 1 equals x minus 4 squared. Well, to get rid of the square root, we're going to do the squared, we do the opposite, so we square root to cancel out and leave us with x minus 4. But what we do to one side, we do to the other. Now remember, when we take square roots, we could have either a positive or a negative version. It doesn't matter on this side because we canceled it off. So here, though, it does matter. It could be a positive or a negative 1. So my answer could be 1 equals x minus 4 or negative 1 equals x minus 4. I add 4 to each side. And now I have my x equals 5 and x equals 3. So that means on my x-axis, I go to 5 and put a dot, and then I go to 3 and put a dot, because my y value is 0. That's what we just set it up. That's what we set it equal to, or set it up as. And then my parabola goes down like this. Okay, let's do another. Okay, number 3. My graph opens down. Now I don't really have parentheses. We could factor it and figure out what they are by big Xing, but it's just easier to do negative b over 2a, so if we know that shortcut, we might as well use it. We don't have a b value, so it's going to be 0 over 2 times negative 2. Well, 0 divided by anything is 0. So now I'm going to plug my x value into my equation and figure out what y is. So y equals negative 0 squared minus 3. Well, anything times 0 is 0, so my y value is negative 3. So my intercept, or my vertex, is at 0, negative 3. This is our vertex, not our intercept, sorry. Okay, and my axis of symmetry is x equals 0, and we already said that it opens down. So we're going to graph 0, negative 3 is here. Since it opens down and doesn't touch the x-axis, we just need to pick a value to plug in for our x to figure out what our ordered pair is going to be. So I'm going to just pick 1 because you want to stay really close. So I would either pick 1 to the left or 1 to the right of wherever your vertex is, like an x to the left or an x to the right. So I'm going to pick 1 because I like positives. So y equals negative 2 times 1 squared minus 3. 1 squared is 1 times negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. Okay, so that is my ordered pair. I have a dot at 0, negative 3, and then I should have another dot at 1, negative 5, which is here. Since your axis of symmetry cuts your parabola in half, it's like a reflection line. So if this dot is to the right one and then down 2, then oppositely to the left one and down 2 should be my other dot for my vertex, or for my parabola, and then we graph. Okay. All right, let's try number 5. Okay, so in number 5, it's already set up in vertex form. The 3 is positive, so this is going to go up. My vertex is at 1, -4, and my axis of symmetry is x is 1. So 1, -4, and it's going to go up, so that means it's going through my x-axis, so I'm going to set my y equal to 0. So 0 equals 3 times x minus 1 squared minus 4. Okay, so we are going to solve for x, the same thing that we did before. So we're going to start by adding 4 to each side. And we have 4 equals 3, x minus 1 squared. Divide each side by 3, which will be a decimal, it's fine. So now we have 4/3 equals x minus 1 squared. In order to get rid of the square, we do the opposite, so we square root to get the x minus 1 by itself. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So then, the square root of 4/3 is 1.15. Okay, so now we have plus minus 1.15. So I have 1.15 is equal to x minus 1, and negative 1.15 is equal to x minus 1. I add 1 to each side. 1 and 1 would give me 2.15 is equal to x. And when I add 1 here, then I get 0.15 is equal to x. So on my x, I'm going to go over to, oh sorry, this guy's negative. I'm going to go over to 2 and then a smidge, like 0.15. That's probably a little generous, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go oppositely, a smidge in negative 1.15, or negative 0.15. And then we connect our vertex to our dots, our intercepts, and there we go. We have a cool parabola that we just graphed that was written in vertex form. The rest of them are pretty darn similar to that. So I would say good luck, and let me know if you have any questions or get stuck. Have a great day. Bye.